It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins, and it's coming up next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on their in-state rivals to the south, the Miami Dolphins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, while the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
On play action, Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Lawrence. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. We're scoreless after one. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. But to throw again is Lawrence. A slant to Jones. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. from the 17. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
1st and goal, Jacksonville.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Again, it's Lawrence. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. 4 seconds, all that remain here this 1st half as the kick gets away. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
Just the one touchdown in that 1st half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Miami set to take over. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the 1st half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the 1st half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes, you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. On target over the middle to Hill. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Throwing Tua. The short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Now Tua. That'll be caught by Hill. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Escapes the defender. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now 2nd and 4. Throwing now, Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Nifty move. Able to fight through one tackle. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Tua. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And a short pickup to about the 25. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
First throw of the OT session for Tua. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
17-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. 2nd down and a yard. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
Now Lawrence. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. So it's the Jaguars who come away with a win, and they got a solid outing here from their quarterback, Charles, and that's, of course, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Gordon. You've been watching the NFL